There are 5 foods you cannot heal your kidneys without. These are not just the 5 most powerful blood pressure lowering, diabetes fighting and anti-inflammatory foods on the planet. These are those foods with medicinal properties so powerful you must actually build your diet around them. If your goal is to protecting the kidney function you still have, or even getting your kidney function back, these 5 foods are a must. And guys, keep in mind that when I talk about getting your kidney function back, I actually mean it. In this large review of studies, patients in stage 3 and 4 were able to actually restore some of their kidney function when they started to add the foods I will share with you today to their diets. And you can do it too, as long as these foods are in your diet. Let's see what they are, starting with number 5. This beautiful food you see here is red cabbage. And this food is amazing. Red cabbage is not just high in fiber, vitamins, and healthy minerals while being low in calories. Red cabbage is also incredibly alkaline, meaning that it protects the kidneys from excess acid. Red cabbage is also rich in anthocyanins. These natural chemicals are known for their ability to reduce blood sugar levels by improving insulin sensitivity. Seriously, this is an extremely healthy veggie. Make it a regular on your table. But you can get some of these benefits from many veggies. What makes red cabbage truly a must for the renal diet is another property this veggie possesses. I'm talking about its antioxidant content. Guys, today, antioxidants are one of the biggest frontiers of kidney disease treatment. There are new studies being published about this topic regularly. And while we all believe for a long time that, well, antioxidants can make a difference, today, this is no more just an opinion. You see, the 2nd of November of last year, a very large meta-analysis of randomized controlled trials was published on the Cochrane Library. And when I say very large, I mean it. This review was conducted on 95 studies, 10,468 patients, and these studies tested 49 different antioxidants. It's basically like saying that what they found out is a proven fact, alright? And what they found out is that antioxidant will improve your kidney function. Yeah, I know, it's incredible. This is why I'm showing you this fact from a study on the Cochrane Library. I mean, otherwise someone in comment could say that I'm making things up. But you can't say that about the Cochrane Library, can you? They are literally one of the biggest authorities in the world of medical research and science. So add more antioxidants to your diet. And no, cabbages are not the only source of these precious kidney-saving compounds. Many fruits and veggies, especially those with bright red, purple, and blue colors, are rich in antioxidants. Red grapes are an example. They are full of powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins, which are linked to controlling blood pressure, reducing damage to blood vessels, and protecting against heart disease. And what about pecans? Pecans are another little-known source of antioxidant. They were actually tested on people suffering from high cholesterol, and what researchers found out is that these healthy nuts do not only improve cholesterol levels, they can also raise serum antioxidant levels. Just like berries in general, but everyone knows that. And also artichokes. Yeah, did you know that artichokes are extremely rich in antioxidants? And guys, if you think this info is interesting, share this video with a friend and also consider tapping the like button. Up next, one of the most underrated veggies you can find, with a property that has incredible benefits. Number 4 is bok choy. Wait, another cabbage, you may ask? Yeah, it's almost like I want you to eat, well, more veggies. And bok choy is also very healthy for you. One of the special properties of bok choy is its nitrate content, great to improve blood circulation. Your body converts nitrates into nitric oxide, which in turn relaxes blood vessels and increases blood flow to organs and tissues. And it obviously also has loads of fiber, vitamins, minerals, but you probably know all that already. What not many people know about bok choy, and the reason why I consider it a must, is another. You see, bok choy is one of the veggies with the highest calcium content, and calcium is an incredibly underrated nutrient in the renal diet. Calcium is so hard to get in a plant-based diet, and yet it's so healthy. It doesn't just help with bone health, it also reduces the risk for kidney stones by binding and removing oxalate in the intestine. And I know that many people are worried about kidney stones. Well, the way you decrease your risk is by eating more calcium, alright? Because it binds to oxalate, removing it before it can cause trouble. But there is a mineral even worse than oxalate that can be removed more efficiently by eating more calcium. I'm talking about phosphorus. Yeah, phosphorus is like poison for your kidneys. Too much phosphorus, very common in CKD patients, can cause a long list of serious problems. Muscle cramps, bone and joint problems, but also heart attacks and strokes. Yes, studies are linking higher serum phosphate levels to a higher mortality rate and to a faster CKD progression. Calcium-rich foods can help, but as I was saying, finding calcium-rich foods that are suitable for a renal diet is not easy. Some examples are kale, collard greens, broccoli, and turnip greens. And these foods really are a must in a renal diet, don't get me wrong, but you may also want to consider supplementing extra calcium, alright? This is very important for your kidneys. Up next, an essential nutrient that will come as a shock for many. Number 3 is potassium-rich foods. Okay, wait, what? Are potassium-rich foods good for the kidneys now? Well, yes, they always have been. You see, the way potassium-rich foods were removed from the renal diet was a pretty unscientific one. They believed that, well, these foods have potassium, so naturally, in order to lower potassium levels in CKD patients, the first step was to remove potassium from the diet. Well, let's just say that this approach never worked. This is why today, doctors must lift the blanket ban on high potassium foods once and for all, says the KDOQI. You see, we know today that if you have high potassium levels, the most probable cause is the blood pressure medication you take, or in some cases metabolic acidosis, but not the diet. Now, if you have high potassium levels, I don't recommend eating more potassium-rich foods before consulting with your doctor and finding the real cause of high potassium levels. But people with normal potassium levels can eat these foods, no problem. They are actually essential for them, and the reasons are many. One is potassium itself. This mineral is literally essential, as in, you cannot live without it. And we know today that there are just as many CKD patients with too low potassium levels as patients who have too high potassium levels. And having too low potassium levels damages the kidneys because it directly causes hypertension, alright? Also, vitamin C. Vitamin C is a powerful detoxifier, but many CKD patients struggle to get enough of it. The reason? Potassium. Vitamin C and potassium go together in most of the cases, alright? Think citrus fruits, but also spinach, potatoes, tomatoes, broccoli, beets, avocados, and many more actually. In nature, where there is vitamin C, there is potassium. If this wasn't enough, potassium is also one of the most alkalizing parts of your diet, alright? Removing all those veggies and fruits rich in potassium also means that the kidneys will have a lot more work to do in order to control the acidity in your blood. And this is why today, foods rich in potassium are considered a must in a renal diet that works. But what can be even more important for your kidney health? I mean, is there anything even more important than reducing the acid load, controlling phosphorus, and improving the antioxidant status? Well, yeah, because this is a top 5, and our number 2 is a proteic pasta. Now, this is a real staple in the diet of CKD patients here in Italy where I live, alright? And in my experience, anyone interested in seriously delaying dialysis should really consider relying on a proteic foods staples, such as a proteic pasta, but also rice, bread, and more. Again, this is what we do here, and I've seen firsthand that it works. But why does it work, you may ask? Well, the reason is very simple. If you have kidney disease, the main driver of damage in your kidneys is protein metabolism. This is not an opinion. This is proven fact, even in people with diabetes. This you see here is just one of many studies supporting this statement. I could show you more, but I don't want you to get bored. But feel free to ask in comment section if you want to see more proof of the fact that also diabetic CKD patients must avoid protein. However, avoiding protein and keeping protein intake below the recommended threshold is not easy. And you see, this is where a protein pasta becomes essential. What a recent study found out is that even patients being monitored by a renal dietitian are not able to limit their protein intake enough. Now, this is a serious issue. As I was saying, in order for your diet to be able to repair your kidneys instead of damaging them, you need to eat a very limited amount of protein. If you eat too much protein, like these patients were observed to, you will for sure damage your kidneys, making dialysis eventually inevitable. Now guys, the researchers from the BMC Nephrology that published this study came up with a solution. So what can you do to make sure you are not risking dialysis by eating too much protein? Well, their solution is shockingly simple. These scientists have proven that they can improve your renal diet at the point of stopping or reversing the decline of your GFR just by focusing on what they call low protein staple foods. In this study, researchers had CKD patients replacing 250 grams of their normal staple foods, pasta, rice, bread, and so on, with 250 grams of low-protein versions of their staple foods. And they improved. Yes, it's that simple. So basically, if you eat pasta or bread or rice every day, for example, replace your regular food with low-protein or no-protein versions of it. Brands such as Apperten, Flavis, or Loprofin do make special pasta flour and bread specifically for people with kidney disease. And guys, this can really make a difference. Number 1. Now guys, there is another food that, in my opinion, is a must for a renal diet that works. This is what I consider the number 1 best food on earth when it comes to protecting the kidneys. Adding this food to your diet is probably the smallest change you can do to get the biggest possible improvement. No other single food item comes even closer to our number 1 in terms of kidney saving benefits. Type 2 diabetes patients have to put the disease into remission by taking it. People with hypertension have stopped the need for medications thanks to it. Incredible! Yes, this is a food, not a medicine. Have you already guessed which food has all these amazing properties? Well, yeah, to no one's surprise, our number 1 for today is garlic. And as I was saying, garlic can be a huge help with hypertension. A recent meta-analysis of 12 trials and 553 hypertensive participants confirmed that garlic can lower systolic and diastolic pressure by an average of 8.3 over 5.5 millimeters of mercury. This is a huge improvement, by the way. And garlic also helps with diabetes. Its effect is comparable to that of metformin. Now guys, it's clear that garlic must be used in a different way from most other foods. First of all, because its benefits are incredibly powerful. So, you don't want to take too much of it, nor too little. But also because garlic needs to be prepared in a special way in order for it to work. Raw garlic alone won't give you all its benefits. So, if you want to learn all you need to know about the most powerful kidney-saving superfood out there, you are in luck. I've just made a full video about it. It's up here and also down in the description if you missed it. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye!